Welcome to the Political Ferret Show. New content will be uploaded every Wednesday and Sunday. This video was financed by my Patreons. Thank you for making the change possible. A friend of mine posted this meme with quite some pride, and he pointed out that he can never vote for a politician because a politician who shares his values, can't run for office because he hates the state. I hate to break it to you, but this is a lazy, very lazy idea. And another group had the same problem and they had a solution for that. The group I'm talking about are the communists. And the communists solved this problem with the long march through the instances. This is particularly true for Germany. Hear me out what they did. They pointed out that they hated nation states, they want to crush them, they hated democracy, they want to crush them, and they tried to do that in the 60s. Then they found out, it doesn't work that well. You have to do something and you have to have power and so on, and the state has a lot of power. So one guy, Rudi Dutschke, the guy down there, came up with the idea of the Long March. The Long March was pretty much the idea: go to the next party in your town, whatever, and become part of them. Or go to a political club and so on. Basically, it meant infiltrate each and every institution. Universities, become a professor, become a politician, become whatever. So that meant for the people who followed the idea of Dutschke that they went into institutions that they hated. They absolutely hated them. They did not want to take them over. This is one of the things that a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people thought that the communists tried to take over the universities. It's not really the issue. The thing is that they wanted to take it over to abolish the stuff, mainly the nation states. And this is what they did back then. They infiltrated every party, not just the socialistic ones, also the more conservative ones. When you now take a look to Germany on what it is today, Merkel is a conservative. I mean, she's from the DDR, but the thing is, you have a lot of these people who went through the instances starting in the 70s and are now on the levels of power. What does this mean? They started in 1917 and were pretty much at their target at 2010, and since that they work pretty hard on demolishing the nation state. So now they are in charge of all the instances. The thing is, until 1970 the conservatives were in charge. It is not that the communists were always in charge. They are now in charge because they served through the instances. They went to a political party, say, I want to be part of the party, and the guy said, okay, here you have a lot of papers, go out and send this propaganda to your neighborhood. And the people went out and did it. And after 10 years they said, I'm such a proud and happy and productive part of the member, until they get up and went up and went up, and it took 40 years. What does this mean? When you now start to infiltrate every instances that are around there, and you say, okay, you have to become a gender professor so you can abolish it from the inside out. You have to become a Democrat, you have to become a Republican, you have to become whatever. You will be at your target at 2060. This is quite some time, and a lot of people get corrupted on the way. A lot of people who joined the conservatives find out that the conservatism is way cooler and became conservatives. So there is of course always the, let's say, danger of becoming overwhelmed by your surroundings and your environment. But the thing is, this is the way to do it. And this is the way how the socialists and communists did it in the last 40 years. They went through the instances. Again, just to say, oh, there is no politician who wants to do exactly what I want to do, so I am morally so good that nobody could ever do what I want and never. This means that nobody can ever reach what you want. You have to do it yourself. You have to go through the instances. You have to learn from the communists and how they did it. They did it with quite some success. It takes 40 years time. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of swallowed disgust. But this is the way to do it. When you want an ANCAP revolution or whatever revolution you want, you have to infiltrate the state. If you want to get rid of the state, you have to infiltrate the instances that make the state. You can't fight the state from without, but it is pretty delicate if you are within its power structures, and this is doable. I mean, the communists did it, why can't you? So get your act together, join a group and work from the inside out. And then we talk again in 2058. Till then, like, share, subscribe, discuss me, debate me, debunk me, but whatever you do, do it with style. Have a great time.